efforts to crack down on rampant car thieves in Portland. As we reported yesterday, more than 4,000 vehicles stolen so far just this year.
The Portland police tell us more than 80% of stolen vehicles are found, but in a lot of the cases, the vehicles have significant damage inside and out. Today, we spoke with Ann, whose red Audi was taken from the Parkrose High School parking lot last month while she was running a camp for kids with disabilities. And you see the theft caught on camera here, apparently at the hands of professional thieves. Watch as they just pull up alongside in a stolen white SUV Audi. They bash the window of her red car, and then they take off. They watched me pull into the parking spot and then waited until I went in, waited till other people were gone, and then drove around the row of cars and pulled in, and that's where we saw the video where they were definitely professionals.
In
who
like
took
less
it.
than
30 seconds tops. Now, some car theft victims, we talked with them today, and they tell us that they've added relay switches. That way you can't start the car without activating the switch remotely. And if someone does steal your car, call the police bureau so you can file a report.
Well, how about taking matters into your own hands? A group of Portlanders have been fighting crime, recovering stolen vehicles on their own. And today marks the 2-year anniversary since this effort started. It's really come a long way.
It has. Elise Haas shares the story of how much of an impact this work is still having on not just people, but some local businesses too, Elise.
Yeah, so Liz, it was about a couple of years ago that I was the first to tell you about a man who was taking it upon himself to recover stolen vehicles. And at the time, he had recovered about 50 stolen cars. And so now his team of volunteers, along with him, have recovered more than 1,000 stolen vehicles, and they're returning them to their rightful owners. How long have you been riding?
Since 1970. It's in my blood. I'm 68 and I haven't quit yet.
Rick Bain had a bond with his bike.
It's special because when my brother died, I took his motor and rebuilt it. I've had it for 29 years now.
So when someone stole it from his home in Northeast Portland, he thought he'd never see it again.
It was exactly 2 years ago today that we got Rick's bike back. And
this was the first stolen vehicle Nick Haas ever recovered.
This has grown beyond my one idea and the actions of one man.
Now, a team of 60 volunteers that call themselves Guardians Theft Recovery take shifts day and night to complete this mission.
And it's all about that moment of them getting their stuff back and how happy that feels. Being able to restore just a little bit of faith in humanity is why I do it.
Over the last 2 years, this group has recovered more than 1,000 stolen vehicles, including a huge recovery this week, reuniting a stolen trailer with a local business.
Strangers helping strangers, and it does help. I mean, being a small business, I can't take that kind of a financial hit, losing $30,000 or $40,000 worth of equipment.
The owner of Shine Distillery and Grill, John Poteet, says it only took 36 hours for Good Samaritans with Guardians Theft Recovery and PNW Stolen Cars to locate and return his belongings. Inside the trailer was his custom mobile bar, a major part of his business.
I'm really glad there are people like Nick and Sarah out there doing what they're doing and just trying to help and do the right thing.
It's a sentiment Rick echoes.
I think it's great. I think he really puts himself out there to help other people.
This act of service from strangers allows Rick and many others the opportunity to ride another day. And so Nick and his team say that they are happy to help people recover their stolen cars and bikes, but that it's only a dent in the overall problem. From his experience, Nick says that the driving force behind all of this rampant auto theft is addiction. So he's calling on the city, the county, and the state to step up efforts to get people into recovery. Live in downtown Portland tonight, Elise Haas, Coin 6 News.
Now, Elise, that's just a great follow-up to a story, as you mentioned, you first told us about 2 years ago, to see that it's working just fine. Folks,